Hey guys, it's Shay Man Crypto. Thanks for joining the channel, or at least coming to the channel and viewing the content, man. Do me a huge favor. Like the video, comment, subscribe. Any little bit helps me in the algo. So appreciate your support overall. And if you're just stopping by just to check out some stuff, hey, all good with me, regardless if you do any of the aforementioned things, man. Let's get going. So, man, Bitcoin is down. I mean, I think we went from euphoric, not euphoric, but the fear and greed index was fairly okay. And then now we just kind of go a little further down. Now, look, obviously trading at these levels, Bitcoin trading levels is still impressive. Okay, the fact that we're just kind of hovering around a little above 100,000. We came down significantly from the recent all-time high that we had gotten to. Hitting almost 112, if not exactly 112,000. Okay, so 112,000 was clearly going to be a level of resistance. I mean, every time Bitcoin hits a new all-time high, it really stays there and hover around. So, I mean, look, I still think overall we're in price discovery. Okay. But we still got a long ways to go. Okay. I know at least I'm confident that, I believe that we're going to be able to hit somewhere close to 400,000. Now that's pie in the sky. That's just my theory. All right. Nothing, just macroeconomic stuff that lends me to think that, but I mean, it's crypto. Anything can happen. Not financial advice or anything like that. It's just my personal take. Okay. And it's just kind of like, hey, you ride, regardless of what happens, you ride the waves. But during riding the waves, we got to discuss what happens, just like it dropping down to 104. Now, big whales will look at this as a buying opportunity. Okay. If you thought 112,000 was expensive, I'm sure guys with big money are like, that's a discount. Maybe you can go down even further. Maybe we can probably test maybe I don't know. I know where our moving average is at right now, but either way, I'm sure we'll probably get to around a moving average. It's always good to have a good shakeup in the market. I really wouldn't call this a big shakeup personally, but it is what it is. It's always going to happen. Usually news driven. Speaking of it being news driven, I mean, look, this is all China FUD, China and Donald Trump, trade tariffs. Going on, right? Whenever you see Bitcoin make significant, or the crypto markets make significant dumps, is going to be tied. Some of it is going to be tied to big news. Okay, with world leaders involving Donald Trump and and also China's president, or was it who's in charge? Yeah, China's president Jinping. Jinping, if I said that correctly. Okay, so Donald Trump Friday said that China's totally violated its preliminary trade agreement with the United States, suggests that he would take action in response. Okay, we know the old tariff stuff that Donald Trump tried to roll out back in in early April, and it tanked the market and then it rebounded, right? Because he said that they're going to do a 9-day trade stall and work out some type of agreement. People were euphoric thinking, or happy thinking, that we were going to reach an agreement within 90 days, and then here we are. Right. So much for being Mr. Nice Guy, Trump wrote in a social media post. China's had reneged on a deal that paused retaliatory tariffs between that country and that country and the U.S. Donald Trump is funny. U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer in a CBC interview Friday morning echoed Trump's allegations, saying, "We were concerned with China's purported non-compliance with the temporary trade deal. The United States did exactly what it was supposed to do, and Chinese slow rolling their compliance." I mean, look, China's their own superpower. They're going to do what they want to do. I thought it was kind of interesting that we are going to be in some type of an agreement with China on this delay, and maybe we'll work out something. But you know what? It is what it is. China's going to do what they feel is best for their economy. Okay, they probably still mad that Donald Trump, trying to pose with tariffs, and I thought we were going to be middle ground, but apparently not. And now China wants, Donald Trump was going on social media and blast China. All good. The very high tariffs I set made it virtually impossible for China to trade into the it's the United States marketplace, which is by far number one in the world. Yeah, Trump wrote, "We went in effect cold turkey with China, and it was devastating for them. Many factories closed, and there was a point. And closed, and there was, to put it mildly, civil unrest." Yeah, I mean, look, you hear about a lot of stuff going on in China internally. You know what? But like with factories and just labor laws and all that stuff. I mean, there's so many things going on internally. I know China is a huge exporter of a lot of things. A lot of countries rely on China and stuff like that, especially us, the U.S. They make a lot of money, of course. However, that doesn't mean that they're escape free from having internal discourse with their own personal economy. We will see where this goes, but as the overall market, you just got to keep your eyes on the money in terms of Bitcoin action and what does this mean overall. Outside of that news, there was also just the overall market, like it crumbled a little bit, right? So it fell about 2.6%, about $3.3 trillion, right? Huge. Huge. That's a lot of money in the overall market space. Okay. In response, Bitcoin dropped 2% to as low as $104,000. Yeah, man. Everybody's in a bloodbath today. Okay, I'm not gonna blame all of the. I'm not gonna blame all of the Trump China news, but that's a big factor. And then also too is, $680 million liquidation. Again, companies are getting, like, not companies, but people are liquidating all their stuff, leveraging it. Cryptocurrency markets sell off today coincide with a wave of liquidations in the futures market, totaling $683 million in the last 24 hours. Right, normally the futures market witnessed long liquidations worth $617 million wiped out. Guys, that is massive. That is huge. It's a lot of money. I know like 2% doesn't seem like a lot, but in the whole crypto market, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. Bitcoin and Ether led the losses with 211 million and 112 million in liquidations, respectively. Solana 31 million, XRP, Dogecoin. Oh man, massive dump day. Crypto's weakening technicals, right? From a technical standpoint, crypto's market ongoing decline is occurring after breaking multi-week support at around 3.35 trillion level, man. So, look, the overall, this is going to be part of the bull market. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying here. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be part. This is part of the bull market, right? We're in the bull market, and this par for the course with these massive dumps, right? Like, what I'm saying, like, news is gonna be news led liquidations. Okay, like, we know in terms of, like, people always gonna be leveraging crypto, right? As much as I'm against that type of stuff, is gambling on max with big money. You know what I'm saying? But people are gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna do what they want to do, and they're gonna get themselves out of it. So as much as we can say Trump and the China trade tariffs, all that stuff, that's a big factor. Not the only thing is that in combination with people liquidating. So you have the China news, it dumps, it takes the market to a different level. Okay, or I guess it takes a different turn, a sharp turn, and it drops while people were thinking it would go up higher past 112,000. Leveraging that it could meet a certain target number, and it didn't. And then you lose all your money. You know what I'm saying? So something to keep in mind for. But the Trump news, it's not good. But again, it's always gonna be a news driven cycle. So show me the money, I'll show you the news. Thanks for watching. Shade Man Crypto out.